Another Day is a 2002 James Bond film. This time it's directed by Lee Tamahori. I think that's how you pronounce it anyways. Now, the plot is, we see at the beginning, James Bond is on this mission. He's in North Korea, and everything seems to be going okay until he realizes he's been betrayed by a member of MI6. And he gets captured and tortured by the Koreans for 14 months. Until you see finally they make a trade for him. He comes back home and he is desperate to get to the bottom on not only who betrayed him, but the person that's behind this whole scheme and act. Now, what I thought of Die Another Day was, I didn't hate this movie, but I feel like there was more things I didn't like about it than what I did like. First, I should probably start with the theme song of this film, where I know I don't really mention the Bond songs for every movie because what is there really to say? You either like it or you don't. This one, though, I really don't like this song. It's by Madonna, called Die Another Day. I remember when this first came out, this song was everywhere, and I couldn't escape it, and it just, I don't know, I got so sick of it. Also, I think it has something to do with the auto-tune Madonna voice. Like, this might have been one of the first songs to use auto-tune, and just that notion alone annoys me. But the setup for this movie I found pretty interesting. Between Bond being betrayed by an agent, I mean, I'm not saying that's the first time it's ever happened, but still, I didn't see it coming, and then him being caught and tortured for over a year was shocking. And it was a little disturbing. I mean, they ruin it by having that play over the opening credits with the Madonna song, so great, even more reason for me not to like that song. It totally took the emotion out of seeing him be tortured for all this time with this freaking song. It was a little silly to see Pierce Brosnan after all this time. His hair grows, he grows a beard, he looks like Jesus. I don't know. I get what they were going for, obviously, but it just, I don't know. I'm not used to seeing Bond look like that. Now, he comes to meet Halle Berry, Halle Berry's hot. There's no other way around it. She's hot. And as far as her acting, she's okay. I mean, she didn't blow me away or anything. Her character is an NSA agent. So it's a little convenient, more contrived, how Bond meets her on the beach and she's smoking hot, so he hooks up with her. Yay for Bond, right? Until the next day he sees that she's also a spy on this mission, the same mission that he's on. How convenient. It would have been nice to find out that maybe she was aware of his involvement, so she sought him out, but that was never really addressed. So we also have Rosamund Pike, who, I like her. She's a good actress. Ultimately, I don't want to say she was wasted in this movie, but there's something with her character that didn't really surprise me as much as it should have. But what can you do? Rick Yun and Will Yun Lee, these two actors, I swear, whenever I see an American movie, or in this case, a British movie, where we deal with North Koreans or the Japanese, these two actors are always in it. And that's not a bad thing. That's actually pretty cool, because I'm so used to these actors. And what happens with Will Yun Lee, I probably shouldn't talk too much about it for spoiler reasons, just in case. But a part of me thought it was interesting. And then another part of me thought, this is a little forced, or a little too much, that we can do this, that this technology. I mean, I know we're talking about James Bond, and we've already gone leaps and bounds beyond technology and plausibility, but I don't know, this kind of took this into Mission Impossible territory, where I guess maybe that's not too far off from James Bond, but I don't know, there was something about it that I couldn't buy. Now, speaking of not being able to buy or taking me out of the movie, the CGI along with the action here just really I didn't enjoy. It wasn't like all of the action was horrible, but there was so much CGI. It was glaring. And it was almost painful to watch, mostly because this instantly dates the movie. Which is funny because compared to all of these last James Bond movies that I've been watching and reviewing, this is one of the latest ones. But yet the CGI, the overuse of CGI, just makes it look more cheap than it probably was. Whenever Bond is in those ice environments and just how just glaring the special effects were, it's like, oh, I'm not saying it would have been easy to do this practical, but why go so over the top? Why go so big with the action? You're trying to make it be this big spectacle. It's not needed. It really isn't. I mean, you come to a point where Bond is even using an invisible car. And I know he's had so many gadgets, and a lot of them are pretty awesome, that it's hard to top it with every film. So maybe the idea of an invisible car sounds cooler than the actual execution of it, because watching Bond literally drive around in a car that's invisible is just silly. I mean, even Roger Moore, who saw this movie, said he thought that was over the top. And that's coming from the first Bond that was in space. I mean, I'm not saying I completely hated this film. There were some moments that I liked. Obviously, I enjoyed Pierce Brosnan as James Bond. I've never had a problem with him as Bond. Towards the end, with Moneypenny, who she uses this virtual glasses to simulate her and Bond finally hooking up for the first time. And I was watching that scene and going, wow, this is pretty cool. I mean, it's random and out of nowhere, but it was cool to see her and Bond finally, after all these years, hook up, until you find out it wasn't real. And I also could have done without Madonna actually being in a scene for this movie. So, I didn't hate Die Another Day. I just thought it was, I literally don't need to ever watch this movie ever again. Anyways, guys, let me know in the comments below if you've seen Die Another Day. What did you think of it? Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Later!